Drought in California and all over West Coast. Prepare while you can. Hi friends. So today I want to talk about California in general, but not only California. I want to talk about the whole West Coast. On the news they were saying that there's a big drought that is like a third year in the making, specifically here in California, but it's spreading all over America now, mostly on the West Coast, but all the way up to Wyoming. So I was reading about it and just kind of looking into the information about it, and it just kind of brings a lot of issues together. So it starts as a drought here in California. I know, yeah, I'm living here, so I do know it's very dry. We do not get any rain starting possibly May and all the way to September. But like this past winter, it was very dry as well. Hardly any rain fell, hardly any snowfall here and there, but very tiny amount. So if we go to the lake or anywhere, we can all see how dry it gets. So California is entering a third year of drought, and the past years we had some rain, some snow, but just this year specifically it's very dry and it doesn't look very good, promising at all. And why it's a big issue, even though we always are dry here in California, but I was listening to a lot of like the news and why it's affecting more now than before. A lot of farmers are complaining that they had to reduce their fields and reduce the crops, and even reduce the animals, farming and stuff. Ranchers had to reduce because they do not have water to supply the crops with water. If they do not have water, they will not have crops. And they only are doing a small amount of everything because they're thinking that they won't be able to, I guess, use the water that they have for all the crops. So they're making like only a small field of lettuce or whichever. So which will trigger, you know what will trigger? It will trigger higher prices at the stores for groceries, because a lot of produce is here in California. Okay, so now they're stating that even hydroelectric plant here in California will probably shut down because there's not enough water to make it go. So, as like I was saying, it all affects us in a big way. It affects our plants, it affects our vegetables, it affects our farms, our farmers, the animals. 1/3 of our vegetables are grown here in California. They're also stating less water, there's a bigger chance of having a higher, it will lead to a higher risk of wildfire season. And Folsom Lake has shrunk big time. I wish I had pictures of it, but maybe next time. They think it will be the worst summer ever, and it will be the driest. That's according to those people who work on the weather, the scientists. They think that's what they're predicting. And we just had a crazy heat wave that was just passing by, and it was so hot here, and it showed the whole West Coast was very hot from Seattle to the California to all the way up into Wyoming. So they are already restricting water use here in California. They're stating people should limit their water intake, their water gardening, their watering their lawns because there's not very much water. I even remember a dream I had a while back. I saw that the rivers were all dry, and the animals that were walking around, they had some kind of like a plague on them, like they had pieces of their skin missing. So yeah, it was an interesting dream. So what brought this to my attention was that they were stating that stores are stockpiling. They're stockpiling food, awaiting a recession or increase in prices for sugar, for other items, for different things like vegetables, and they're stating that the grocery prices have increased 15% this year from last year. So I know they're thinking inflation will come and that will increase more items like eggs, milk, and other food sources as well. They stating it's the worst drought since 1930s, and the water levels have dropped all over the states, the West Coast states, all the way into Wyoming. And without water, like I said already, we can grow crops. Without water, we can have animals. Without animals and crops, there'll be nothing to sell to consumers. That's why a lot of stores are stockpiling on food, hoping that they will prevent a big increase in prices and they'll prevent shortages of food and all kinds of items that we need. And the last part I want to mention is that there's a painful crop plague that's affecting all the states, mostly Oregon and Montana. They got hit the most. They're stating there's a big grasshopper plague. There's like so many grasshoppers that they are affecting and eating all our crops. The farmers are stating that they lost up to $8 million just by the grasshoppers eating those things. That they, instead of selling it to people, they are losing it. So that's like unusual, but they're stating it's affected by the dry conditions. I guess grasshoppers love dry conditions. They can hatch their eggs, they can easily just eat the crops, and everything is just perfect for them. So as you see, we are the drought that we're having, it's affecting a lot of states. It's affecting our food prices, and since our stores are stockpiling right now, that will show you that there's a chance that there will be less produce to sell come fall, come September, October. And the video I posted earlier this month about 4 months left before our food supply will end, this kind of falls into that, because at first I was like, well, I don't know if that could be possible. But just realizing and listening to the scientists talking about it and what they saw, the grasshoppers in the dry conditions and all the fires and the crops, the farmers losing their crops, it's gonna be affecting a lot of stuff here in America. And here I thought we were doing great. So I guess it's good to kind of do your research and find out And if you are not stockpiling on food, you should probably do so. Prepare. This is my channel. Prepare, get ready. In case there is a loss of food supplies, you'll be prepared to go and to survive. What else did I want to say? So another thing I wanted to mention was that a lot of people are thinking, being a Christian, we think, oh, God will provide for me, I'll be fine. God will feed my family, I will have lots of food to eat, I will survive. We're Christians, we're praying, and God will protect us. Yes, that's true. God will protect you. But a lot of people are having dreams and visions and prophecies that you should prepare. Even if I know we all have a great faith in God, that God will protect us, but if God is telling you to prepare and you're not doing anything, how is that will help you? You think God will have a black crowd who will drop food on your table? If this is why He's preparing people right now. He's showing people dreams. He's showing people there's prophecies, there's other symptoms, other things you have to watch for. Is everything okay where you live? Is everything going the way it's supposed to be going? So if you're just thinking, I'll be fine no matter what happens, I feel bad for you. Hopefully your faith is strong enough to sustain you and you'll be in a good position. But if God is telling you prepare and you're not doing it, it's between you and God. So take care, my friends. I hope everything is going well for you. And I'll show you, like I showed in the first of the video, how dry it is. I'll show you a little more. No rain since May. That's how dry it gets. There's no green grass unless they water them. But since nobody waters here, it's always yellow until the first rain comes.